Subscribe, like and share Cosmo Academia. India is facing a growing water crisis, one that threatens the very fabric of life in many regions. The scarcity of clean water is becoming more pronounced with each passing year. Our groundwater, a lifeline for millions, is increasingly contaminated. This precious resource, which sustains agriculture, industry and daily life, is under severe threat. The Central Groundwater Board, or CGWB, has been monitoring this situation closely. Their findings are alarming, revealing a widespread issue that demands immediate attention. Nitrate levels in groundwater are rising across the country. This increase is not isolated to one region, but is a nationwide concern. This contamination poses a serious threat to human health and the environment. High nitrate levels can lead to severe health issues, including methemoglobinemia or blue baby syndrome in infants. The contamination affects both rural and urban areas, impacting millions of lives. Community involvement and government action are crucial in addressing this crisis. The CGWB's latest reports paint a grim picture. The data indicates that the problem is worsening, with more areas reporting unsafe nitrate levels. Many states have reported nitrate levels exceeding the safe limit of 50 milligrams per liter. This is a clear indication of the severity of the issue. The health implications for communities relying on this water are dire. High nitrate levels are particularly prevalent in areas with intensive agriculture. The use of fertilizers is a double-edged sword, boosting crop yields but contaminating water sources. The overuse of nitrogen-based fertilizers is a major contributor to this problem. Farmers need to be educated on sustainable practices to reduce this impact. Furthermore, inadequate sanitation and improper waste disposal also contribute to nitrate contamination. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach, involving better waste management and improved sanitation infrastructure. Subscribe, like and share Cosmo Academia. Nitrate contamination is a silent poison. It often goes undetected because it doesn't change the taste or smell of water. However, its impacts on health, particularly for infants and vulnerable populations, are severe. When consumed, nitrate converts to nitrite in the body. High nitrite levels can interfere with the blood's ability to carry oxygen.
In infants, this condition is known as blue baby syndrome or methemoglobinemia. It can be fatal if not treated promptly. Pregnant women, elderly individuals, and people with compromised immune systems are also at higher risk. Long-term exposure to even low levels of nitrate has been linked to various health problems. These include thyroid dysfunction, birth defects, and even certain types of cancer.
Subscribe, like and share Cosmo Academia. The environmental consequences of nitrate contamination are far-reaching. High nitrate levels in groundwater seep into rivers, lakes, and other water bodies. This leads to a process called eutrophication.
Eutrophication is characterized by excessive algae growth. This depletes oxygen levels in the water, harming fish and other aquatic life. The ecological balance of these ecosystems is disrupted, threatening biodiversity. Additionally, nitrate contamination reduces the availability of clean water for irrigation. This has serious implications for agriculture and food security. The long-term consequences of neglecting this issue are dire.
Subscribe, like and share Cosmo Academia. Agriculture, while vital for our nation, is a major contributor to nitrate contamination. The overuse and inefficient use of nitrogen-based fertilizers are primary culprits. Excess nitrogen leaches into the soil and contaminates groundwater.
Improper disposal of animal waste from intensive livestock farming also adds to the nitrate load. However, agriculture is not the only source. Untreated sewage from urban areas and industrial wastewater discharges also contribute significantly to nitrate contamination. Septic systems, if not properly maintained, can leach nitrate into the groundwater. Understanding these diverse sources is crucial for developing effective mitigation strategies. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Nitrate contamination is not uniform across India.
Regional variations exist due to differences in agricultural practices, industrial activity, and population density.
States like Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh, known for their intensive agriculture, show particularly high nitrate levels.
Coastal regions face the added challenge of saltwater intrusion into groundwater, further exacerbating the nitrate problem.
Furthermore, areas with inadequate sanitation facilities and poor waste management practices are also highly vulnerable.
Understanding these regional disparities is crucial for targeted interventions and effective policy implementation. A one-size-fits-all approach will not suffice in tackling this complex issue. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 6. A toxic cocktail: arsenic, fluoride, and other threats. Nitrate is not the only villain in our groundwater story. Other chemical contaminants like arsenic and fluoride also pose significant health risks.
Arsenic contamination, primarily from natural geological sources, is prevalent in parts of West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. Long-term exposure to arsenic can lead to skin lesions, cardiovascular diseases, and various cancers.
Fluoride, while beneficial in trace amounts, can be detrimental to health at higher concentrations. Excessive fluoride intake can cause dental fluorosis, skeletal fluorosis, and other health problems. The presence of these multiple contaminants in our groundwater paints a worrying picture. Addressing this multifaceted challenge requires a comprehensive and integrated approach. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 7. The state of our groundwater. A 2024 perspective. As we enter 2025, the state of India's groundwater remains precarious. Consecutive years of below-average rainfall have put immense pressure on the already stressed groundwater resources. Over-extraction of groundwater for irrigation and other purposes continues unabated in many parts of the country. This relentless extraction is driven by the need to support agricultural activities, which are the backbone of rural economies. This has led to a decline in water tables and increased contamination. Pollutants from agricultural runoff and industrial waste have seeped into the groundwater, making it unsafe for consumption in many areas.
While some areas still enjoy relatively good groundwater quality, these are becoming increasingly rare. The disparity between regions with clean water and those without is growing. Many others are facing a severe crisis. The lack of reliable water sources has forced communities to rely on distant and often contaminated sources, leading to health issues and economic hardships. The Central Groundwater Board, through its network of monitoring wells, provides crucial data on groundwater levels and quality. This data is essential for understanding the extent of the problem and for planning effective interventions. This information is vital for policymakers and communities to make informed decisions about water management. Community involvement in water management practices has shown promise in some regions, but widespread adoption is still needed. Much more needs to be done to ensure the sustainable use and protection of this vital resource. Innovative solutions, such as rainwater harvesting and sustainable agricultural practices, must be scaled up to address the growing crisis.
Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 8. Guardians of the Groundwater. The role of the Central Groundwater Board. The Central Groundwater Board, or CGWB, plays a critical role in monitoring and managing India's groundwater resources. They are responsible for assessing groundwater availability and monitoring its quality. The CGWB promotes sustainable groundwater management practices.
They collect and analyze data from a vast network of monitoring wells across the country. This data is crucial for understanding contamination, identifying hotspots, and formulating effective policies. The CGWB collaborates with state governments and other stakeholders to implement various programs and initiatives. These initiatives aim to promote rainwater harvesting, artificial recharge of aquifers, and efficient irrigation techniques.
Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia. Section 9. Towards a sustainable future. Protecting our invisible resource. Groundwater is a critical yet often overlooked component of our ecosystem. It sustains agriculture, provides drinking water, and supports biodiversity. India's groundwater crisis demands immediate and sustained attention. Over-extraction and pollution have led to alarming depletion rates and deteriorating water quality. Addressing nitrate and other chemical contamination requires a multi-pronged approach. This includes stricter regulations on industrial discharge and better management of agricultural runoff.
We need to promote sustainable agricultural practices, such as organic farming, crop rotation, and biological pest control. including reducing the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. These methods not only protect groundwater, but also enhance soil health and crop yield. Investing in wastewater treatment and sanitation infrastructure is crucial to prevent contamination from untreated sewage and industrial effluents. Proper sanitation facilities can significantly reduce the risk of waterborne diseases.
Raising awareness among communities about the importance of groundwater conservation is essential. Educating people on sustainable water use practices can lead to more responsible behavior. Polluted water sources pose severe health risks and can devastate local ecosystems. The Central Groundwater Board, along with state governments, research institutions, and civil society organizations, must work together to implement effective policies and regulations. Collaborative efforts can lead to innovative solutions and better resource management. Protecting our invisible resource is not just an environmental imperative, but also crucial for our nation's health, prosperity, and future generations. Ensuring clean and sustainable groundwater supplies will safeguard our future. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia.